Carson-Newman stays unbeaten in this young season with a 93-73 win over Tusculum. Andrew Rogers now joined by the head coach, Mike Mincey. Coach wasn't pretty at times, but you put up 93 more points thanks to really good three-point shooting, made 14 of them in this game. How were you able to overcome a high number of turnovers to still be able to put up a quality offensive output and get another 20-point win?
I don't know, Andrew. I think, like you said at first, like it was ugly at times on our behalf, and there were some great moments, especially when you're making shots. But for the most part, I was unhappy at halftime. I was unhappy going into the fourth, and Dusty kept reminding me that if this is bad as we're going to play, especially from the offensive standpoint, and we're still putting up, like you said, 93, then maybe that's a good sign of good things to come. I just don't feel like. I felt Tusculum did a good job. I thought they played hard and obviously scored well, functioned out of our press pretty well. Actually, we got out of it into the fourth quarter, and that was the highest scoring total quarter we had. But as a coach, regardless of what the stats say and regardless of how many points we put up, I'm not thrilled or happy with our performance whatsoever. I am happy with two players. Well, more than two. I mean, we had several, but, with what happened with CP before the game to come in and play the way she did. And then I thought Tori was just veteran status there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what did you like about Campbell and Tori? Obviously, they lead you in scoring, but did a multitude of things. Tori and Campbell both had 3 steals, 25 points, 19, and both were really efficient. How were they able to get it done on both ends?
Well, they're just trustworthy players. They just been around here for a long time. They've been with me forever, and they're just people that I can trust. We get into the fourth quarter because the game could have obviously they could have crept in there a little bit closer. I don't know what they got it to 8 or something at one point maybe. And you got to have good vets that can perform down the stretch and build your lead back to a nice comfortable margin. Obviously we finished with a 20-point win, but even though it's a 20-point win, it doesn't feel like one.
High assist number despite all the turnovers. You assisted 27 of your 32 made baskets. Yeah. Tori and Lindsay had 6 each. What did you like about how you were able to move the ball? Yes, had all the turnovers, but had a lot of assists that led to some baskets. What did you like there?
I mean, that's just what we do. I mean, that's been a calling card of ours forever, is to take care of the ball, have a positive assist-to-turnover ratio. I think we've had that in the first 4 games. We haven't turned the ball over more than we've assisted. And that's what we'll continue to strive to do. Like in the first half, we weren't moving the ball as well as I would have liked. Had individual shots I didn't like, and that's something that we'll obviously cover tomorrow in film.
Lindsay Taylor mentioned her 6 assists. It's a career high. Not an efficient day for her, but she was terrific rebounding the ball, had 8 offensive rebounds. And Tusculum only had 7 as a team. She had 14 total rebounds herself. How did you like the way she was able to play when the shots weren't usually falling as they would inside? She stayed active and kept a lot of possessions alive.
Yeah, I mean, and we mentioned that after the game. It wasn't a great offensive day for her, as she only gets 7 points on 2 of 9 shooting. But the 8 offensive rebounds obviously gives you extra opportunities, and then the 14 total rebounds and 6 assists. I don't know that she's ever had a game with 6 assists and 0 turnovers. So, it wasn't a clean game out of. Our 2 leading scorers are at the moment, Lindsay and Jen. And even though Jen gets the double-figure scores, she's like 9 below her average. So when you don't get the production you're used to getting out of your top 2 scorers, but then people like Tori and CP step up, and Ladd came off the bench with 10. I thought Abba came off the bench and did a good job. And you're still able to put up 93. I probably should be a happier coach than I am right now, but I'm just going to stay mad. And it'll probably make me happier if I just stay mad.